Hello there from Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. This is a continuation in a series of videos about posting credit card payments or credit card charges, etc., and how to handle credit cards in CHS. CHS has very special tools for handling payments, things that were paid by credit card to various different vendors, and then payments to the credit card. In this case, we're going to talk about what if you'd already posted a bill that you received from somebody and you just posted it as unpaid, so it's sitting in accounts payable where it could be selected to pay and included maybe in a check run, but maybe for some reason you suddenly decided to pay one of those by credit card, or you realized you already did pay one of those by credit card, etc. What you would need to do is go to Unpaid Payables, because that's where you originally posted the bill. You know that you've posted it. If you click this great big button, you'll see all unpaid posted accounts payable bills sitting there ready to be selected to pay for a check run or various things to review for what your unpaid payables are. But we happen to know that we want to pay Builder's Display, so I'm going to start typing Builder's Display. And I'm just going to open just the unpaid payables for the vendor that I selected instead of all of them. So I'm going to click this button for Open Unpaid Payables window. And I just see records that we've posted to Builder's Display here and not all of the unpaid records. And we've decided this is the original amount and this is the sales tax entry that was entered at the time that we entered this invoice. If they had uploaded a copy of the invoice, there would be a little paperclip icon there that you could look at if there's some reason you want to. But anyway, the way you select these to pay for a check run is to mark them as to pay, but also the way you select them to pay as paid by a credit card is that you first need to let CHS know which lines you want to mark as paid by credit card by marking the to pay, by check marking the to pay for that. And then if you're wanting to do something like either print a check or post as paid by credit card for just one vendor right now, maybe you run in and you want to do a check, but we're going to do post as paid by credit card, you would select one of the payment links on their line, and it will include all records that you've check marked when it opens a window to take care of this. So it says we can select to print or post a check, which would be this button, or we could select to post payment of all selected to pay for the vendor, which is both of these, by credit card. Notice that all invoices marked to pay for this vendor will be included whether or not they are currently displayed after a search, etc. Maybe there was others to pay, but we didn't see any others to pay. We are looking at all the records, unpaid records for builders. And we are going to mark these as paid by credit card. In other words, we've gone in and given them a credit card number, or we called them up, or we did something where we have paid these by credit card. So you can see that a window has opened that shows the total that is going to be marked, which is the total of these two, as paid by credit card, and we need to select our credit card that we're paying with, and we'll pay with our Discover card that we set up during all these vendors, and it'll show me that this is now going to end up in credit card payable 2133 GL account, because that's what's associated with this vendor. And we'll just say that it's today. We called them up, gave them a credit card number to pay for it, so we'll leave that date there. But if you realize, say you posted this unpaid bill a couple weeks ago or something, and you realize that actually somebody paid with a credit card that day, you could change the date here for the date. So it would be the day that you paid with the credit card. The reason this is showing the last invoice date, which happens to be the last invoice date of the ones you selected to pay, is because this date of paying with the credit card, I hate it when I accidentally do that, so I'm going to kind of mess myself up. I moved it up into a thing where browsers decide to expand the whole window instead of letting it be a pop-up, but that's okay. It's showing you that date because this date that you choose as paid by credit card cannot be before this date, because That makes your accounts payable aging and stuff go real wacky to have an invoice date and then somehow pay it before the invoice date. So anyway, we will just go ahead and submit this as paid by credit card, and it tells us that all entries selected to pay for the vendor have been updated as paid by credit card. The window will close, and the window showing the unpaid bills will refresh. And when those aren't unpaid anymore, they've now been marked as paid by credit card, and this window is for opening unpaid. And it turns out that in browsers, etc., when it's refreshing and we have a pop-up message telling you it's refreshing, if it ends up being no records left here, this message would just stay here. So when there's no records left, you might have to X and close that thing that says it's refreshing. It's obvious it's refreshed because the records are no longer here on an unpaid accounts payable window. So we'll close that, and let's go take a look at our accounting ledgers. That GL account that's credit card payable is 2133 for the Discover account, just so you can see just the regular accounting general ledger. This is not what we call a credit card ledger, but you can see we've had previous videos where we're posting things to ProBuild. We posted a credit card fee from the credit card company, and now CHS has posted these two credits to the credit card payable for those two records. It's moved out of accounts payable and into credit card payable, and you can see that the balance is the total of those two because we had posted a payment that paid off all these, which was a debit to the account. Now we have two credits in the account, thus increasing our credit card payable on our accounting books. If we go to our credit card ledger again and we look at Discover and we continue, this looks a little different than the general accounting ledger, but these records are pulled from that general accounting ledger 2133. We can see right here the 2250 and the 18563 are in here, causing a balance in this credit card payable to be 2435. We did this, we posted these as paid by credit card a couple of days after we ended up paying off the credit card. So now we're increasing our credit card payable account again based on doing that, but that's how, if you've already posted a bill, that's how you mark it as paid by credit card after you've already posted an unpaid bill that you haven't paid yet. So you go find it on the unpaid window. All right, thank you for watching.